All right, YouTube, it's your boy Trey with LetzJezTalk Life Coaching, man, and I wanted to talk about today. Um, I guess, I guess the point that I want to bring into fruition today, or highlight, is how it's not easy to have something worth having. And what I mean by that is, um, oftentimes, man, I think it's very easy to get comfortable with feeling like, um, it's very easy to get comfortable with feeling like everything should go as planned, right? Everything should go as planned. And so typically when something doesn't go as planned, when we face hardships, when we face challenges, it can be real easy for us to go, man, look what Satan doing. Satan over here, you know what I'm saying? It's the devil. It's like people oftentimes resort to that being the reason why something isn't going the way it's going. Um, I've done it. Well, I think we all have done it. We've jumped, or it's my mama, it's my dad, it's my boyfriend, girlfriend, it's my wife, it's my husband. It's real easy to, um, kind of blame somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Use somebody else in the perspective of why something is happening, why something isn't happening, why we're having hardships. But oftentimes, man, we don't stop and think about the fact that perhaps hardships are a part of the process. Perhaps they're part of the game. Perhaps they're part of the reason. They're a necessary reason for growth. They're a necessary reason for why we should be, or why we need to have it so that we can grow or get to where we're trying to get to. So I just encourage y'all, man, to take a step back, man, to, what I'm saying, open up your perspective into the idea that hardships, perhaps hardships are not just there because of happenstance, because of the devil, because of Satan, because of spiritual warfare, all this other stuff. I'm not saying that stuff isn't there. I believe so, but there's a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I believe there's definitely a bigger picture when it comes to hardships, when it comes to why you're going through something. You know what I'm saying? Why you feel like you keep getting knocked down 10, 11, 12 times. Whenever something good happens, it seems like it's right around the corner. There's something, another challenge, right? Another hardship, another failure, another L. But I submit to you, man, take that L, fall in love with the hardships, fall in love with the struggle, fall in love with those things because there's a definition, there's a meaning in those things. And that is what you're fighting for is most of the time worth having when you have hardships, when you have failures, when you have struggles, challenges. It's not gonna be easy. It ain't supposed to be easy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to be easy. And once you realize that, once you understand that it's not supposed to be easy, that trials and tribulations, things you go through are not supposed to be easy. Once you realize that, the process becomes way more peaceful, way more clear. The TikTok I'm talking to y'all too. It becomes way more clear. The process becomes way more clear. It becomes way more apparent as to why you're going through what you're going through. Because it ain't supposed to be easy. Unless what you're trying to get is not worth having. You know what I'm saying? Unless what you're trying to get is not worth the time. You know what I'm saying? But if it's worth the time, if it's worth having, if it's what you need to have, what you're supposed to have, and it's a virtuous thing, it's a desirable thing, then you're gonna have some challenges. Otherwise, then you just don't need it. If you're gonna tap out on the first challenge, if you gonna throw in the towel on the first round, when you get punched and you have to fight with the first punch, man, then you don't need it. But definitely know, man, that it's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be um a walk in the park. It's not supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. So take a step back, take that perspective, Analyze it, man. Compare it with your perspective. If you find yourself complaining a lot, you find yourself, you know, seeing yourself as this hopeless person who just doesn't ever get a break, then take a step back. It's your boy Trey with Let's Just Talk Trey with Let's Just Talk Life Coaching, man. I just wanted to add this today to the series, man. Drop a few gems for the day. And until next time, YouTube, peace.